Hey, can I lovingly challenge you today? Has your prodigal child's life become the reason you stop showing up for your own? Now, I don't mean you stop loving them. I mean, you stop smiling, you stop dreaming, you stop taking care of yourself, you stop enjoying life, you stop pursuing your own goals, you stop being fully present at work, you stop answering calls from friends, and you stop planning your vacations. You stop celebrating your birthdays. You even stop living because your heart is waiting for your child to change. If that is you, let me encourage you today. This happens more than parents can realize. One of the quietest tragedies of the prodigal journey is that it doesn't just affect the child, it slowly begins affecting the parent. At first, you think, I'll just get through this difficult season. But then weeks become months, and then months become years. And before you realize it, your entire life has begun revolving around someone else's decisions. Your mood depends on whether they called or not. Your peace depends on whether they're okay or not. Your joy depends on whether they're making good choices or not. And that is a heavy burden to carry. You know, the enemy doesn't need two prodigals. I want you to think about something. The enemy already has one person distracted, and that's your child. Now, he would love to distract the parent too, not necessarily into rebellion, but into worry, fear, anxiety, isolation, exhaustion, hopelessness. Because if he can keep you emotionally stuck, then he keeps you from being effective everywhere else. What I want to challenge you to do is to show up anyway. Can I tell you something? I need you to show up anyway. Go to work. Do your best. Smile when there's something to smile about. Take care of your health. Exercise. Go to church. Meet your friend for lunch. Take a vacation. Celebrate your birthday. How about finish your degree? Start that business, write that book, volunteer, serve, laugh, rest, keep living. Not because everything is okay, but because your life still matters too. Now, you're not betraying your child when you do these things. Some parents secretly feel guilty for this. If I'm happy, does that mean I don't care? If I enjoy today, am I forgetting my child? Absolutely not. You can deeply love your child and still live your own life. These two things are not enemies. In fact, I believe they're healthier together. So, yes, you can love your child, know that things aren't happening the way you want them to with your child, and at the same time, still live your life. Hey, you may be the example they need. Here's something else to consider. Let's say that your prodigal is watching you more than you realize, right? And if all they ever see is a parent who is consumed by fear, anxiety, and despair, then they may conclude that following God produces a life without peace. But what if they saw something different? What if they saw a parent who still prays, still loves, still trusts God, still serves, still grows, still smiles? Not because life is easy, but because God is faithful. And that testimony speaks volumes. So don't put your life on hold. One of the greatest lies parents believe is that I'll live again when this or that, right? I'll live again when my child comes home, when they get sober, when they apologize, when they find God, when they get married, when they settle down. Can I encourage you? Don't postpone your life waiting for a day only God knows about. Today is a gift too. God gave you this day. Don't surrender it to fear. Let's talk about some practical ways that you can start showing up again for yourself. If you stop showing up, don't try to change everything overnight. I want you to start small. How about wake up and then just turn around and make up your bed? Get dressed, even if you're staying home. Take a walk, call a friend, go to church this week, read one chapter of a book. How about apply for a class? Take care of your doctor's appointments. Eat something nourishing. Spend time with God before you spend time worrying. Tiny steps matter. Every time you choose life over fear, you're reminding yourself that God is still writing your story too. I know that your prodigal child is part of your story, but they are not the whole story. God still has a purpose for you. Yes, you. He still has people for you to encourage. He still has work for you to do. He still has joy for you to experience. He still has healing for your heart. So today, show up. Show up for God. Show up for yourself. Show up for the people who love you. And trust God to continue working in the places where you cannot. Because while God is writing your prodigal story, He is still writing yours too.